Alright, we should be ready to start here in a moment. Like, right now. Hello everyone, welcome to today's stream. My name is Rika Bird, and today we are playing World of Warcraft, and we're going to be going to get a neat little fire experience, or fire appearance. It's completely cosmetic, and it's just cool looking, and it's the green fire for Warlocks. Now, it looks something sort of like this, but it's not a perfect representation. It looks much cooler. So, welcome on in.
Minotaur Magi just subscribed for 42 months.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Minotaur Magi. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. 42 months. Blaze it. Love it. And yes, I know that the thing's doubled. I don't know why it does that. I still am trying to figure that one out. But it's okay. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get the quest started. So in order to start this quest, you need to go out to the Thundering Isles and you need to pick up this little book here called the Sealed Tomb of the Lost Legion. And once that is combined to a health stone, you can bind it to yourself and begin the quest. So, we're going to go ahead and do that. But before we do that, I have to remove a talent point because a certain talent of mine changes my health stones into the wrong kind of health stone. Going to go ahead and change that talent out really quick. Yeah, it's probably OBS's fault. You're probably right. I'm going to summon a health stone. Bing! And this is a health stone right here. And then we're just going to combine it. Ba-ba-da-ba-dum. Oh! It exploded. As you hold the book, whispers of horrifying mysteries tantalize your ears. Let's see. The tome appears to be written in an ornate, sprawling script that seems to rise off the pages. It vaguely resembles demonic, but the symbols are far more elaborate than you've seen. Perhaps one of your demonic companions can tell you more. Now, if I recall correctly, I have to summon a Sayad. Hello, Master. What kind of service can I provide you today? What can you tell me about this tome? What, you just want me to look at some dirty old tome? Ah, how disappointing. This is the script of the Nathrazim, what you call Dreadlords. They rarely use it outside their home. Fascinating. Alright. Well. Now I think I need to summon a different kind of demon. I don't suppose a Void Walker would be able to tell me. Dismiss me. I wish to return to the Void. What can you tell me about this tome? Words are not the way of the Void. I do not know. It appears to connect two stars together. Fascinating. Oh, would you look at that? The tome... let's see. We already did that. The Codex appears to be a powerful tome written in ancient pre-demonic tongue. You strongly suspect this should be brought to the attention of the Warlock trainers in your capital city. Return to your capital city and seek out a Warlock trainer who may know more about the Codex. Alright, so that means we need to go to an old inn in the Mage District of Stormwind City. Wow, there are a lot of people on today. It's called The Slaughtered Lamb. Seems a lot of people are here.
Greetings.
What? Where in the great dark did you find this?
For the Alliance.
This book may be just the leverage we've been seeking. How familiar are you with the Council of the Black Harvest, Riddlecardus? After Deathwing was defeated, 6 of the greatest warlocks gathered together to teach all warlocks advanced forms of magic stolen from our defeated foes. Take a look at the tome besides me.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's see, what tomes are they talking about? This one. Let's see, Legacy of the Masters, Part 1. Read pupil, and know what I am called. Is it Jubka or Jubeka? Shadowbreaker. And it is my duty to share some of the wisdom of our order with those who have the skill to read this document. After the fall of Deathwing, it was clear that the sorcery of the Warlocks was sorely lacking in bite when compared to the threats facing Azeroth. So our council of 6 warlocks gathered to discuss how best to investigate the new magics witnessed by these threats. At first, the 6 of us refused to cooperate, tossing blame and bickering as easily as shadow bolts and curses. Finally, after several nights, the human Kandrathad spoke out. In the wake of the cataclysm, the rising tensions between the Horde and the Alliance have driven the greatest heroes of Azeroth to train for war. Warriors have readied the war banners, and Death Knights of Arceus have learned to control the undead, and it's even said the mages are researching ways to undo time itself. The restless darkness which bathed Azeroth has been pushed back. Turgal is slain, and the remnants of the Twilight's hammer cult have been scattered. Ragnaros is defeated, and his armies forced back into the Firelands. Deathwing lies torn apart, and his Twilight Drakes obliterated. However, the powers they command are not so easily forgotten. The powers untapped are ripe and ripe for the taking. The fact among us now stands several who have faced their power firsthand, he said, pointing at a hooded finger across the room. A deep, sinister laugh echoed from the hood as it burst into flames and burned away to reveal the orc enchanter Ritson.
It is true, Pinkskin. I was there when the Fire Lord was vanquished. The intensity of his flame was unlike anything you can imagine.
The burning glow of Ritson's eyes cast eerie shadows over his burn-scarred face and the thick tusk's grin.
Untrue,
spat a sharp, feminine voice. Shinfel, a blood elf adorned with sharp spikes of twilight elementium, glared across the table.
Until you've been a prisoner with your own mind, you know nothing of horror.
Shinfel's blood had been corrupted during the fight with Cho'Gall, and her arms were now covered in black marks left behind by the corruption that had erupted from her skin. The experience had only served to increase the intensity of her sadism. Shinfel continued.
Even the Fire Lord's flames were overshadowed by the raw chaos unleashed by the Destroyer.
She paused a moment and glanced to the Worgen, who remained eerily silent. Sinin had been present when Deathwing was unmade, and had not spoken a word since. Zenin's eyes narrowed for a moment and then snarled at Ritson. Cathrahad stood up from the table and took a breath. This is exactly why we are here. I have no love for any of you, but we each bore witness to pieces of even greater power. Imagine if we fused the molten fury of the Firelands with the unstoppable chaos of Deathwing. Even the powers of the Burning Legion could not hold a candle to our flames. Ritson kicked his boots upon the table and snickered.
And just who would do this? You?
He spat.
I think not. You haven't been seen in battle since the siege of the Black Temple. If it weren't for having shared the secrets of Illidan's transformation with this council, I would kill you just for having the audacity of summoning me.
Cantherhead's lips pursed for a moment, but he relaxed and continued.
No, the scope of this task exceeds the capabilities of any single member here. I propose this council split into pairs. Lieutenant Zenin would lead a group into Sulfuras. Similarly, Shinfil and Zelifrax would hunt down the remaining members of the Twilight's Hammer Cult and persuade them to share what they've learned. The pock-faced gnome applauded with mirthful glee. Canrithad continued. Then we return 1 year from now and take the results of our expeditions back to our own sects, more powerful than we would have been alone. Ritsen frowned as he saw the greed drawn out in the humans' words dance across the council's faces.
And what would keep us from simply killing our partner in their sleep once it was a success?
Canrith, God, this guy's name is gonna kill me. Canrithad's brow furrowed and growled.
Which is why we swear that if any member of this council breaks the contract and fails to return or returns alone, the others shall strike them down and banish their soul forever. We either succeed together or die alone.
Ritsen was a powerful warlock, and he could possibly defeat Canrithad by himself, but against all five of us? We all saw his hesitation. We all let our hands drift towards our scrolls and weapons.
Fine,
Ritsen reluctantly agreed.
I can play along with your fool's errand, but first I must know, where will you and that miserable Forsaken Jubeka be going?
Me? Spoke Canrithad with a wicked grin. Why, I'm returning to Outland.
I see.
King's honor, friend.
You are now ready to learn more.
Light bless you.
Hello, Mother. No worries, drive safe. Rilocardus, take this, the Journal of Jubeka Shadowbreaker. Read the journal and use the information contained within to track down where she went. Find her soul stones and use them to locate her.
Be careful.
A slightly singed missive contains the notes from a recent meeting. Let's see. Oh, that's just the book we just read. Okay. So it looks like we're going to to Outland first. Let's see. The fastest way to Outland would just be to take the portal to Shatrath, I believe. Oh, I guess that's what the quest recommends too. And it's right up this tower. Let's see what the quest text says. Oh, it's just the same thing. I just read it. That's right. Ah, the portal room. Such a lovely place. Alright, through the portal. And I think first we're gonna go to Hellfire Peninsula, which it looks like the quest is already guiding us to. So. Also, this is a recent mount that I just got, which is really cool. It's literally just a pirate dragon. And he is just the coolest thing. Isn't that a really cool dragon? Yeah. Wow, it looks like there's a pretty wide area that we gotta look for in this region. But where would I even look? I can search around here. I wonder if these notes... Oh, this is a journal, okay. This document contains the daily journal of of the Master Warlock trainers. The pages are filled with random notes and occasional drawings of an imp's internal organs and the occasional tidbit on the preferred diet of fell hunters. Near the end, an entry catches your eye.
Day 26. It has been nearly 2 weeks since Canrithed and I arrived in Outland. Almost immediately afterwards, he departed for Shadow Moon Valley. I didn't bother to ask why, as long as he doesn't get himself killed. My research here in this dusty wasteland continues, drudgingly as expected. While the Legion's onslaught has subsided, a number of rarer demon specimens remained. Day 28. The fair imps of the Path of Anguish and Hellfire are remarkably chatty. I've discovered that they're just as easy to contract into service as the names are to learn. The ritual to summon one is trivial at best. Void Lords are rather difficult to stumble across, but it takes very little persuading to convince one to divulge the name of the rival lords. I have wondered once or twice if Canrithed will ever return, but in the end it doesn't actually matter. The council can put me to death so long as my grimoires last. So will my legacy. Day 32. While examining the nauseating ruins of Farallon today, and okay, so that's too far forward. We need to go to the Path of Anguish and Hellfire. Let's see, I gotta recall where that is. Right here. Probably need to capture one of these imps into service, so let's go ahead and take this one. Whomp! Oh, wait. There's a soulstone fragment right there. There we go. Alright, well. Let's go ahead and release this guy then. Quiet, you. Okay, we gotta read the next entry. While examining the nauseating ruins of Farallon today in Netherstorm, I was ambushed by a race of floating eyeball squids, calling themselves observers. They were unexpectedly intelligent. They expressed a deep desire to bear witness to all forms of magic and unwillingly offered their service in exchange for the opportunity to consume new forms of magic. The ritual to summon an observer is unexpectedly complex. While negatives of the great dark beyond, they are highly migratory, and summoning the ritual must compensate for their travels without their willing assistance. Summoning an observer would be nearly impossible. Alright, the ruins of Farallon is where we're going next. Farallon was I won't say settlement, more of a fortification, I believe, made by the Alliance soldiers during the First War after they stormed through the portal to chase after the orcs to make them retreat back to their homeland of Draenor. And once they were there, on the other side of the portal, Khadgar got the Skull of Skul'dan and closed the Dark Portal as the planet basically shook itself to pieces. And that's why Outland looks like this. This is all that remains of Draenor.
believe this is Farallon right here. Nope, this is Kirinvar village. We need to find another ruin. Hello, regular crow. Welcome on in. We are looking for the ruins of Farallon. Find another soulstone fragment in the quest to get green fire for my warlock. Welcome on in. It's been a while since I've been out here in Nether Storm. There's plenty of settlements, though. Ruins of Incat. Oh, I just realized it gives me an area to look in. It's funny. Maybe those are it? If those are it, then it was a Draenor settlement. Well, Draenei settlement. Yeah. Alright. Let's look for that soulstone piece. They mentioned beholders. Assuming it's probably up here somewhere. Oh, there it is right there. Alright, excellent.
Such strange creatures. Why do they remain so long after the Legion left?
There's a slight flaw in that supposition.
Oh.
The observers were in the service of Illidan, not the Legion.
Well, he's gone too, so why are they still around?
How should I know?
Well, I've spent weeks trying to understand how to summon one of these. If you know something I don't, I'd appreciate it if you'd share it with us lesser mortals.
Excuse me.
What's the problem? You handled the binding of the Fellims and Void Lords effortlessly.
They were trivial by comparison. These things are never in the same place. There's something strange about them. Something out of place. Oh dear.
Hello, Silver. We're looking for soulstone fragments in the quest to get green fire for my warlock. We are heading to Blade's Edge Mountain next. Excuse me. Shiny indeed. Need some water. I should probably read the journal. Let's see.
Ranrathard's returned, looking incredibly grim and considering his undisciplined technique. It should be no surprise that the research has been less than successful. I'm ready to attempt the binding of a higher order member of the Burning Legion, but I dare not attempt the ritual alone. In fact, perhaps Canrathard would prove to the perfect test subject.
Oh, goodness. You're filming your seasoned barbarian in Diablo 4, but you don't know how much longer? They're not feeling the best lately? Aw, well, I hope you feel better soon.
Day 36. Remarkable. My first attempt to summon a higher order member of the Legion failed spectacularly as planned. The Shavara broke free almost instantly after Canrith had completed the ritual. I expected the frail human to be struck down while I banished the creature. Instead, in the instant that the Shavara's razor-sharp blade sliced through the air, Canrith's form shifted and the blades bounced as if striking stone. Unlike the typical form of metamorphosis, he did not complete the demonic transformation. Perhaps his research has been more successful than I expected. The key to Day 40. The key to binding a Wrathguard was ironically reducing the number of runic symbols used in the summoning circle. Wrathguards are highly resistant to charms and compulsions, but readily respond to basic expressions of strength. Canrithad's was unexpectedly insightful into the conditioning the Legion uses to compel the Wrathguards into action. His ability to express his dominance over lesser demons is remarkable and short-lived. With great pains, I've been able to inscribe the forms he used to summon multiple demonic servants at once. Unfortunately, while he combined 2 lesser demons indefinitely, I can only do so for a short time. Day 47. We left a few ogre corpses in our wake, but studying the ritual circle of Vimgol revealed additional ways of bolstering our power using demonic sacrifices. While the act greatly enrages our demonic servants, fusing their life energy to our own provides a dramatic increase in power. With a little experimentation, I discovered that the more closely linked you are with the demon you sacrifice, the greater the power of the ritual. Canrithad's ability to restrain his demonic transformation seems to have reached a plateau. Once again, his lack of power disgusts me. Things that would be trivial to most warlocks take him an eternity.
Alright, so this circle that they're describing, I think, is like right here. Vimgol's circle, yep. There we go. I tire of your evasive babble, Doomguard. Explain to me why you and your kind are drawn to sacrificial magics.
My contract is to fight for you, not to reveal the Legion's secrets, mortal. Do not deceive me, demon. Your kind far predates Sargeras' betrayal. What were you?
This knowledge is useless. What are you trying to achieve, Canrithad?
Stay out of this. The demon will answer now. What an odd demand. Not even my own kind care about our origins. Why should you?
If you do not care, then there's no harm in telling me.
Before Sargeras freed us, we were the Titan's hounds, forever enslaved to police the use of arcane magics. Sacrificial magic was considered the greatest violation of life, and we were attuned to instantly punish those who delved into such delicious sorcery. You have your petty secret, Canrithad. Now I demand knowledge from you. Why do you care?
I do not believe that is part of our contract. We are done here. Rebecca, complete the ritual. Wow, Canrithad's kind of an asshole. But warlocks are notorious for being assholes in this universe, so it makes perfect sense. Alright, while we fly to Shadow Moon Valley, which I'm gonna get really high up for so I can have time to read, we are going to go ahead and continue reading the journal.
Day 50. At Canrithad's insistence, we headed for the Altar of Damnation in Shadowmoon Valley. He seems to be convinced that there's more to the Hand of Gul'dan than just a show of power. I'm not convinced, but at this point my grimoires are complete. I do not understand his obsession with the controlling of the flow of demonic power granted by his transformation. While he plays around with ancient altars, I intend to try my hand at opening the gateway to conjure many wild imps at once. Day 60. Canvas adds up to something. To say that I'm concerned about our next move is a dramatic understatement.
A ragged note is drawn in onto the back of the cover of the leather journal.
I'm convinced that there's no chance we will return from this next adventure alive. There's simply no way I can take the risk that my grimoires go unread. For that reason, I've contracted the imps to leave 4 fragments of my soul stone at the locations listed in my journal. I'm sending this journal to you, my trusted friend, that should the need arise to locate me, you bring the 4 stones together, find my body, and ensure my grimoires are brought back to Azeroth. Signed, Jubeka Shadowbreaker.
Alright. Well. Hello, Ace. We are gathering soulstone fragments to try and get green flame for my warlock. Let's see. It was the Hand of Gul'dan, Altar of Damnation, which should be right there. Stone screwing with the undead, are we? Well, the lady in question is undead, but we are using soul stones to put our soul in it and revive if we die, and that's what this lady did. And there's our soulstone fragment right there.
So that you wish to show me.
I've seen the fear in your eyes, Jubeka.
What? No, I have no idea.
Gul'dan destroyed this world in his bid for power. If you're concerned, I will do the same to Azeroth.
No, stay back. You're dangerous. I remain content summoning demons, but you toy with becoming one yourself.
There are 2 sides to the blade of demonology. The threats that besiege us from the outside, and those that threaten us from within.
I'm using this as a time to practice my voice acting for tonight too, Ace.
I chose you as my companion for a reason.
And what depraved reason is that?
If I fail, I need you to banish me forever.
You located all 4 fragments of the soulstone. Now you just need to fuse them all together. Soulstone shards fuse together easily in your hands. Strangely, no soul is stored within the stone. Instead, the stone seems to be drawing power from somewhere in Shadowmoon Valley. Looking east, you feel the power linked to beyond the mountain, the very gates of the Black Temple. Follow the soulstone back to the gates of the temple. Okay. Quite an intense place for them to go. Proceeds to talk in Baby Scale's voice. That's funny. You did a great job with that, by the way. You have to drink so much water? Yeah. Yeah, sometimes doing voices require you to be a little bit scratchy with it. And it causes you to need to drink water. I would say when you do those kinds of voices, don't push it too hard for too long because that'll hurt your throat, but otherwise you should be fine. Jubeka's soul stone has led you to the gates of the temple. The only thing left to do is find a way inside. It's clear that Jubeka's soul stone has led you here to the Black Temple. The question remains, why? The only remaining option is to head inside and figure out why they were here. So I think, yes, there is a symbol on the door now. Jubeka's mark. Rebecca's mark clearly indicates she entered the Black Temple here. Enter the temple. Pursuing the Black Harvest. Also, I need to turn the volume down a bit. I noticed it is a bit too loud. So I don't need to worry about too much getting caught here or anything like that, because this is all low-level content and stuff like that. It's not the biggest idea or biggest deal if I have to fight some guys. For example, this guy, bonk, immediately dead. Is this a side quest dungeon unlock? So what this is a quest line that came out in the expansion Mists of Pandaria. And it was just for warlocks, and it was just so that they can get a cosmetic green flame option for their characters. And it's a really cool option, not gonna lie. I can't wait to show you guys what it looks like once I get unnetted and finish the quest. So these guys are the Draenei, or the, oh, I forget what these ones are called. This is a specific kind of Draenei that, got afflicted with the Rapox disease. So basically optional if cool content. Optional and difficult back in the day. It was really difficult. Got that one charmed for a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and walk on through, dismiss my demon. So the Black Temple was once a temple of worshipping light magic. But after Draenor fell, the demons of the Legion populated it, and it was controlled by Azagoth? One of the demon pit lords, basically. I forget who he was. But Illidan took it over afterwards and used it as a base of operations. And now it has been returned to the Draenei, or the Ash Tongue specifically, who are using it to restore it to a temple of worshipping the light and such. Let's see. Conspicuous Illidari scroll. Contains orders for Toolbuck meat. Oh, it's a comma.
Foolish warlock, I knew you would try again to ransack our temple. Wait, you're not the one of the warlocks that stuck in here before. Why then are you here? Your name sounds familiar to me, Relocardus. What do you want from the Black Temple? Stay a moment and speak with me, rather than skulk about like a rogue.
King Rin seeks the Black Harvest Council members who trespassed here recently.
Relocardus, you and your alliance did much to aid my people in freeing the Black Temple of Illidan's grasp. I will help you as a show of mutual trust in repayment of the debt I owe you.
Akama is the shaman that leads the Ash Tongue. Akama, lead the way.
It has been many months since those warlocks broke into the temple, but I'm still not sure what they were after. Follow me. They visited both the Shrine of Lost Souls and the Temple Summit. I have decided to trust this warlock for now. Let him move about the temple freely. It will take many years for us to undo the damage that Magtheridon, Illidan, and the Fell Orcs did to this holy place.
Oh, it's Magtheridon, that's right. How did I forget Magtheridon? Goodness.
Within lies the Shrine of Lost Souls. The souls of thousands of my fallen brethren remain in this area. Use caution. There are many traps still active within. Perhaps one of your demon spells will grant you the ability to scout ahead before advancing forward.
Right, this is where I use the Eye of Kilrog, which should allow me to see the path forward. I will follow. Did I summon that one right into a trap? And this is one of the reasons why it was so difficult for warlocks to do this quest, is puzzles like this. But if you're good with direction, you can remember a large swath of this all at once. This way. This is the hard part right here, but we'll move to about right here, and then we'll continue piece by piece. Mind if you ask what the voice acting is? You mean what I'm doing here, or what I do, as a sort of hobby outside of the stream? One of the traps. So it's a, basically a story time reading where one of my friends is reading a novel, set of novels, called the Lazy Scale series, and I voice act a few of the characters for a group of people while they read it. And tonight I have a lot of lines. Oh, cool! I can repair here. Bink. Okay, so now I'm here in the Shrine of Lost Souls.
This is amazing. An untapped store of arcane energy.
For years, it has languished, slowly growing in strength.
Imagine what we could summon with just a fraction of this power.
Summon. Ha! Imagine what we could become if we fuse this power with the power of this magnitude. The power of the root of this room are not unlike the original well of eternity in Azeroth.
So, this is how Illidan bound so many demons to his will.
Oops, my mic.
Yes, the payment for the demon's service was to drink from the energy of this place. By feeding upon this place's power, they were broken free from their addiction to the Legion's magic. I believe this is the original power source he intended to offer the Blood Elves to free them from their addiction to the Sunwell, but for some reason he didn't let them near it.
What? You have no proof of such a claim.
Didn't you notice? The demons under Illidan's command were free of the entropic Felgreen corruption that pervades the Legion.
Why do you talk so much, Kenrithad?
I was there at the end.
Oh dear, are you going to regale me with yet another of your horrible stories?
Shut up.
It is a good series, Minotaur Magi.
I think I liked you better when your jaw was missing.
Did you hear that? Those ash-tongued dogs are coming. Let's hurry up and start the ritual.
Very well. We'll return later after the crystal is fully charged.
Naughty, naughty warlocks. A sense of order. The powers of this place are not for your kind, warlock.
Die!
If you love demons so much, then you shall have them.
This item is filled to the brim with arcane magic. Fight off the demons unleashed by the reliquary and return to the common in the halls of anguish. Should be easy enough. As I said, this is all old content, so all these guys are gonna die pretty instantaneously. And I might as well show off some of my abilities so that you guys can understand what it is we are fighting for. But yeah, I love doing the voice acting and stuff. I play quite a few characters in the book tonight, but they're not my main characters. They're the characters I'm taking over for just for the night for my friend, so that we can continue the story for all the folks that come and watch the reading.
Real Cardis, some of my men are trapped in the basement. There's little time. Help me save them.
Excuse me. The power creep is real and you can hurt your enemies. Yeah.
Yo, Real Cardis, remember me? Good. Hey, listen, we don't have to help this guy. There's gotta be some riches around this place. Come on, boss. You know you want to.
While the common as men are dealing with the demons, there's nobody to stop you from stealing relics or a relic or two. Loot everything you can and can grab and reach the end of the Den of Mortal Delights. So instead of helping, we're gonna do the warlock thing and we're going to steal instead. Warlocks love stealing. How much are these worth again, each? Maybe, I forget how this works. I think you just get a lump sum at the end of the quest. Was it a requirement for the green flame to steal? No, but we're warlocks. Look, I'm just saying, if they didn't want it stolen, they shouldn't have just left it out for me to pick up. Look at all these valuable things they just leave laying around. Who does this, you know? I mean, yeah, I'm not stealing. What I'm doing is I'm cleaning up the mess they just left laying around. But only the valuable mess. You know? They don't need this. Like, they're worshiping the light. The light will provide them all of the stuff that they will ever need. They don't need this shiny stuff. This will just tempt them into sin and stuff. Yeah, I'm organizing it in my pockets. That's all. I'm just being nice. I mean, who else is gonna, like, pick this stuff up? Like, really, honestly, who does that? Who just picks up stuff they find on the ground that's made of gold and gems and really valuable sparkly stuff? What were we talking about again? Wow, there's a lot of stuff just laying around. It's a good thing I'm here to help clean up. I mean, just think. People could trip over this stuff. It's dangerous to just leave it out here laying around. It's actually pretty funny that we're playing as Relocardus right now, because in the book that I'm writing that he's in, I just got done writing his part in the story. He is also a bad guy in my story. Which is why I made him a warlock in game. To match his character. Oh, I can see all these plates too. Yes. I feel like my grandmother. Stealing all these dishes. Grandmother on my father's side, I should specify. To clarify for my mother, who may be in the audience right now, I am not talking about her mother. Did I forget something over there? I did. Look at that diamond ring over there. Oh, and that gold ring. Oh, and this other gold ring. Goodness. Look how clumsy I am missing all this. See how hard it is or see how easy it is to miss stuff like this? Like, imagine if I hadn't seen it, someone's foot would have, and it would have been like stepping on a very valuable Lego. Thank goodness I am removing that hazard. All those pack rats, yeah. Oh look, just straight up gold.
Too far away.
Yeah. Imagine if I could steal this big fucking pillow bed. Akama just catches me dragging it out of the room and he's like, "What are you doing?" Oh, you know, just removing a tripping hazard. There's so much. I wonder how much this is all going to be worth at the end. I'm surprised they actually put this much stuff just laying around, like, developer-wise. This is a lot. I'm just imagining what resolutions people played on back in Mists of Pandaria days, which I think was around 2010-ish. And all I keep thinking is just like, man, at that resolution, it would be really hard to see some of this stuff. Few more things. Stardust, get out the car, the ring. Also, Stardust is a constellation bunny. Go. Oh. Oh, the treasure disappeared. What the heck? I guess there's a limit to how much they want you to take. Okay, well, let's keep moving. Let's see, now that we're done looting everything, we can just rush on through this. Oi! Stop it! Bonk. Wow, they really meant business here, didn't they? You've looted everything you could grab on your way up. Time to tally up your plunder and hide it before Akama catches up. Wow, it's having to calculate a lot. Okay. Not bad. Alright, I think we gotta keep going? Oh yeah, there we go, so it just takes us right on through. Alright. To the temple summit. Place the empowered soul core in the demonic soul well and defeat Canrithad. Could be easy enough. Also, I forgot to switch my talent point back to what it was before. Did it not get in my health stone? did not. Did I get disconnected from Blizzard? That happens sometimes. No, doesn't seem like it. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and do the thing. Anyway, place empowered soul core. It's a big portal. Canrathod Ebonlock, leader of the Black Harvest.
Behold, I have truly mastered the fell energies of this world. The demonic power I now command is indescribable, unlimited, omnipotent. You think I've gone too far? There's no such thing. The Black Harvest will enslave the most powerful demons, draw on their power, and destroy all who oppose us. In this world and on Azeroth. Do you mean to stop me, little one? I'd be happy to see you try.
Your feeble attacks are entertaining. Would you like to see one of my new pets? The Analion are incredibly destructive creatures. Their sheer strength and power are absolutely unrivaled. Ow. How rude. Well, now I gotta bonk this guy in the head. Bonk.
You thought you could defeat me? Nothing can kill me now, puny mortals. And now your sad tale comes to an end. No! Jubeka, what are you? This is only what you once asked me to do if it came to this, Canrathod. You brought this on yourself. Oops. Canrathod enveloped himself with so much fell energy that it corrupted him totally, but a small taste of his power should not be harmful. Go ahead. Now go and use what you've learned. If you should ever wish to have fell energy purged from you, reobserve some of Canrathod's. Talk to me. I'll be at the altar of damnation in Shadowmoon Valley, keeping him vanished.
Okay, let's see.
Hello, Relucardus. Canrathod's power is too great to allow him to be free. I'll ensure he stays banished for as long as I exist. Still, a taste of the fell energies he is saturated with should cause no ill. Feel free to drain some for your own use. Should you ever grow tired of its effects, I can purge the fell energy from you for a price. You have done more for this world than you know, Warlock. It is something of a shame Canrathod met his end. A shame, but inevitable.
Alright, let's drain his power. Boom. And just like that, green fire. Admittedly, it is a really cool cosmetic effect. Do we just go through this portal now? Nope, okay. So I ask her to take me out. Nope, okay. Do I hearth out? I guess that's it. That's kind of the end of the quest. Now that took a lot less time than I thought it would, even with all the reading and stuff. Huh. Well, I guess I could, choose an old raid to go through. I'll tell you guys the lore of whatever raid. Let's see. Has to be something before Dragonflight. Legion has some cool ones. And it has a lot to do with the fell energy we just got. I can't believe I learned Morph Ball. I mean, it was easy, you know, just curl up in a ball, roll around. Samus makes it look so much harder than it actually is. Yeah, we could do Antorus, the Burning Throne. It's the final raid of Legion, and it was pretty cool. And there's a mount there I can get, possibly. Question is, can I do it on Mythic? I feel like there's a lot of the appearances there. Do I have to do it on Mythic, or if I want the other mount? Ooh, we can also do Return to Karazhan. That's a dungeon that's really cool. In any case, let's head on over. We'll go ahead and do Return to Karazhan. That we can do on Mythic easily.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Hello, Mother. We just got our cool green fire. You want to see? Look at how cool that green fire is. We're going to be going to a place called Return to Karazhan. It is an old mythic dungeon. Well, it doesn't have to be mythic, but I'm going to be doing it on mythic difficulty to try to get them out. But it's an old dungeon that is this tall tower that a crazy wizard used to live in, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, it is very cool. Also, it looks like some of my auctions sold, so let's see how much money I made. Oh. That's right, I gotta sell all the junk. Let's see how much it all sells for.
Would you like to purchase something?
Sell all junk. And we'll sell these two things.
Off and away.
Total, we made 391 gold. Not bad, but not like bank breaking stuff or anything like that. So literally all of my fire magic is now green. We have like the basic fireballs and stuff like that, but also like my running and stuff like that. That buff is also green. And we're gonna be using that buff to try to get a secret boss that's in Return to Karazhan. I've already gotten it before. I know where to do all the stuff, so. And then after Return to Karazhan, we could do the original Karazhan dungeon or raid, which is cool. I won't be getting anything new from it, but it's just a cool raid. It's just really cool. And there's lots of lore tied behind it. All right. Here we go. Legion really was one of the best expansions they'd ever done. All right. We've got to move fast. So, we got to move pretty quickly in order to get the... Wow! This is the wrong difficulty. I'm glad I noticed before we got too far.
I must get closer.
Alright, I accidentally set it to heroic. I was like, wait a minute, there should be a timer. But there's no timer. Mythic. There we go. All right.
I think it wise to divide our efforts. I'll work to circumvent.
So the first boss in this dungeon is somewhat play, where you get to reenact some of the, at the time, culturally popular plays of the time. And there's 4 of them, I think, total. Alright, this guy will help us get started. I'd read what he says, but we're on a time schedule here. Oh, I'm afraid of
Ladies
health
and
stone for some
gentlemen,
reason.
welcome to this evening's feature presentation. Tonight, we meet two lovers born on opposite sides of Sentinel Hill. Divided by generations of enmity, they are brought together by passion for dance and violence. As the song of their love rumbles across the fields, will it end in triumph or tragedy? And now, on with the show!
I forget what this one is supposed to be, but we're gonna blow up these guys.
So you want to rumble, do ya?
If you know the reference they were trying to make, let me know, because I don't remember. No, I don't think Romeo and Juliet. I think it's supposed to be more modern pop culture one, so I wouldn't imagine Romeo and Juliet being popular at the time. Right. We gotta get these crystals. There's one. So that running ability is nice, but it takes my health away, as you have no doubt seen. Two crystals absorbed.
The stench of corruption is upon you.
Oh, right, there's cutscenes in this dungeon. This dungeon has cutscenes where it basically goes through Medivh, who is the
Our friend lies just in here.
the owner of this tower. He was in a coma in this time at this current cutscene that you're listening to is going on.
It breaks my heart to see him like this.
Another year of slumber. I wonder if Medivh will ever awaken.
The Master hasn't been himself for... Does our old friend dream? Is he trapped in nightmares? Master, I hope I served you well.
This cutscene here goes over how Medivh accidentally killed his father.
Too much power!
No luck on the mount this time. That was the boss that would have dropped it if I had been so lucky. Alright, there's one more crystal we gotta grab. Oh, wait. Actually, there's one more after this, even. But we have to go upstairs for that one. Oh, why didn't my Shake the Bird redeem work? I thought I had fixed this last time. I'll have to go and look at it and see what's wrong with it. I had gotten them working at the end of last stream, or after last stream was over. So it's a little annoying that they broke again.
Is no longer operational.
Now you're ready to oversee the tower's protection in my absence.
All right.
Defense protocols activated.
So this this little thing I've been doing where I'm gathering all these crystals actually has some pretty significant lore behind it. Which we will explore once we get back downstairs. So one time a dragon came to try and convince Medivh to leave his tower because he thought that the arcane magics were maddening Medivh. Let's go ahead and see how that turned out for the dragon. A ghostly figure on the of the former guardian hovers before you. You feel as if it is listening, waiting to be noticed. Medivh, is that you? An ancient being awakens in the distance. This is Arcanagos, one of the blue dragonflight.
You've got my attention, dragon. You'll find I'm not as easily scared as the villagers below.
Your dabbling in the arcane has gone too far, Medivh. You've attracted the attention of powers beyond your understanding. You must leave Karazhan at once.
You dare challenge me at my own dwelling? Your arrogance is astounding, even for a dragon.
A dark power seeks to use you, Medivh. If you stay, dire days will follow. You must hurry. We don't have much time.
Arcanagos doesn't realize that dark being is not within the tower of Karazhan, but within Medivh himself.
I will not be bullied by this display of insolence. I'll leave Karazhan when it suits me.
You leave me no alternative. I will stop you by force if you won't listen to reason.
Medivh, Image of Medivh begins to cast a spell of great power, weaving his own essence into the magic.
He should not have angered me. I must go. Recover my strength now.
What have you done, wizard? This cannot be! I'm burning from within!
Yeah, so Medivh lit his insides on fire. Forever. And ever. and he became
Am I
Nightbane.
damned to answer the summons of mortals for all eternity?
Poor guy.
So be it. You will suffer for your insolence. Come
Bonk.
forth and burn! Never be free.
Oh, cool, I got a new appearance. Neat. But yeah, so the mount in question that you get for getting that achievement, by the way, I will show you. Let me see, I forget what the name of it is, so it's gonna be a moment. I will know it the moment I see it, though. Let's see now. Oh, also, I should put this on my, hotbar so I can summon it more often. Where is it? Ah, Smoldering Ember Worm. Arcanagos sought to turn Medivh away from the experiments into the arcane, but the influence of Sargeras had corrupted the wizard too deeply, and the great dragon paid for the transgression with eternal burning agony. So yeah, he's still alive, sadly. But he is now my mount, which I think is even more sad, to be honest. Alright, back up the tower we go. Oh, I also discovered there's this really neat thing you can do in Scarlet Monastery. If you get yourself a Scarlet Key, you can head on over there and interact with a key ring, and then it gives you access to the old versions of those dungeons so that you can get old transmog stuff, which is really awesome because I've gotten quite a few things that I didn't get back in Classic, or didn't keep until Cataclysm from Classic. Alright, here we go. Karazhan, the Guardian's Library. Except it's a little upside down.
This is who I am. I was tainted from birth, polluted from before my conception. A bad seed grown to bear bitter fruit.
True. See, Egwin, the previous Guardian, and Medivh's mother was infected by Sargeras after defeating his avatar. And so Medivh also had the corruption of Sargeras within him. And this is his shade. And now he's on fire.
For as long as I could.
Ooh, another appearance. Interesting. Alright, down we go. Karazhan is just the most magically fucked up place in all of Azeroth, by the way. It's a really cool place, though. Oh, we're tiny. I beat up a book. You know what they say, knowledge is power. Let's use some of this green fire we got. It's so cool. All right. This cutscene we can watch. This is Khadgar and Anduin
helped, you know. We tried to
Lothar,
alter it, but it
who
was
just
all
cut off
part of a
Medivh's
larger
head.
Scheme.
Ah!
All part of a greater
Shaking the bird.
A
Give me a
cycle
second.
that
I'm gonna see if
now
I
at
can't fix
last
that again.
may be broken.
Let's give that shake another try, if I can. Where's it at? Man, it shakes, but it doesn't do the rest of the noises and stuff like it's supposed to. Try again. No, just doesn't want to make the noise. Connected. It should be working. It works when I do the test. It's really weird. The sounds are focused inward for 2 times the shakeage. It says this one.
Major fracture detected.
Well, that one didn't work either. I hate when stuff breaks and I don't know why. Alright, well, we'll deal with that again another day. They were working right after stream last time, which makes me even more upset. Wonder if I could do this next boss slow enough that it actually goes through the encounter properly.
Target change.
have left so many fragments of myself throughout this tower.
Medivh?
I will open the way. While you battle that fiend, I will sever the tower's connection to Legion worlds. I suggest we be quick about it.
Hey, Khadgar used to live here in the tower. He used to be Medivh's apprentice, but Medivh didn't know at the time he was corrupted by Sargeras.
Karazhan's presence radiates through the nether, a beacon drawing in the Legion's might. Our burning crusade has consumed countless worlds. This tower will serve as a conduit to each of them.
Not for long.
One battle remains. One final conquest to complete the grand design.
Alright, let's beat this guy up.
I have foreseen your world's doom.
Run. Keep moving.
You will kneel. You will serve.
This was such a cool dungeon. Oh. What the heck just happened? Oh, I know why, because it didn't have a target. I hadn't landed fast enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this with me, and hopefully he will arrive onto the ship before I do, so that the fight doesn't end like that again.
I have foreseen your world's doom. Your resistance is misguided. Yield to us.
There we go.
Preparations are complete. It is time to begin the end. Behold, the doorway opens to your doom.
Alright, Mama. Yeah, I hope that everything goes well for you and you're safe from the storm. Bonk.
Foresee such an end.
The demons have been purged from Karazhan. Thank you, champions. Medivh, you would be a welcome ally in our war against the Legion.
My path leads elsewhere. Besides, Azeroth has found her guardian in you, young trust.
I have made it clear before. I do not want such power.
You have all the power you will ever need, Khadgar. It is your heart, your courage, that makes you this world's guardian, and a better one than I ever was.
I don't know what to say, Medivh.
Enough sentiment. Hear these words before I depart. It may be simpler to shut a door than to pass through it, but sometimes a step into the unknown is required to break the bonds of fate. There is much that lies ahead for all of us. Farewell.
Release.
That's the last we've seen of Medivh for a long time.
I must confess. consider those words. Until next time, champions.
This is such a cool area. So the Legion, they have these ships, and I'm on one of them, and they use these ships to invade worlds. It's crazy. It's so nice to open up a portal to Dalaran for me, though. Okay. That was Return to Karazhan. That's a fun one. Gosh. I really thought that the Green Fire quest would take us a lot longer.
I supply only the finest goods.
A moment of your time, Warlock.
Now we need to decide where to bring us.
Harvest requests your assistance.
Have a good one.
Alright, Mother, I will. Oh yes, Antorus, the Burning Throne. Ah. It's interesting. Before we do Antorus, the Burning Throne, we should really do the Tomb of Sargeras. Because the Tomb of Sargeras has, a connection with Antorus, the Burning Throne. So, the Tomb of Sargeras was once a great elf temple to the goddess Elune. And, it was corrupted by Sargeras after Egwin defeated that avatar I told you of Sargeras earlier and buried it within the Tomb of Sargeras, which is what they call the Temple of Elune now. Alright, let's see. We'll go ahead and set the dungeon difficulty according to where I need the most appearances. Let's see. Tomb of Sargeras. That'll be way down here. We have all the mythic one. We have a lot of the heroic one, some of the normal one, some of the raid fighter one. There's a time warped version? What the heck? That's really cool. I didn't know about that. Anyway, we'll go ahead and do heroic because heroic has a cool purple theme going on, and I can dig that. So in the Tomb of Sargeras, our goal is to place these pillars of creation that were used to craft, or like powerful Titan artifacts that were used to create places in World of Warcraft, basically. Supposedly.
Quickly! Leave none standing. If we fail here, Azeroth burns.
Yes! Let them come. Their bodies will fuel the flames of their burning world.
Fall back!
This guy's cool.
Intruders! Killing you will regain my master's favor.
Neat. But how about this? Bonk.
You will know pain or agony to come.
Another chunk. Oh, right. Forgot. That's a thing. So they're going to explain what the tomb is for and what Egwin had used it for. This is an image of Egwin, the last Guardian.
The echo of the Guardian, Egwin, appears, just as she did in the cathedral.
I sealed each level of this temple so that no invader could descend into its depths. I never anticipated that the Legion would find another way to breach its dark heart. My protective wards now bar your way. Each seal can only be opened with one of the pillars of creation. Be warned, the demons will stop at nothing to prevent your advance. I can sense one of the Legion's masters working to reanimate the avatar of Sargeras. Should Kill Jaden infuse that husk with the Dark Titan's power, I do not know whether any force on this world can stop it.
It's funny, she says that, but last time it was here, she whipped its ass.
Heroes, the paths are open. Use the pillars of creation to bypass Aegwyn's wards before the Legion claims the Avatar.
Like, she absolutely decimated that thing last time she had to deal with it. This is such a beautiful dungeon, or raid, though. The Legion sure does love corrupting places of worship. Because that's what Black Temple was. It was called Karabor back then.
Break the body, and the spirit falls. Physical pain, bah! Mental anguish is the true weapon. Was it not the key to turning Rakis? Bah! It was the suffering I inflicted, which... Hold! The mortals come. That fool Goroth has failed again. Sooner than expected, but no matter. Our work begins.
So, what they mean by he failed again, when demons die on this plane, they return to a place called the Twisting Nether, where they are reconstituted and sent back out. So their army is literally infinite.
Your suffering will be the pain of failing the Master. Our suffering will be glorious.
Yeah, I got all the paladin bits for Tomb of Sargeras. Got all the warrior bits. Got all the hunter bits, surprisingly. Oh wait, that's mythic. Heroic. Don't have all the hunter bits. Rogue, Tomb of Sargeras, we... Oh, does that one not work either? I'm so upset about that. Give me a second. There. I'm not gonna let that one go. It's not your fault that it's broken. It's just odd that it's broken.
You understood my use of the Naga to obtain the Eye of Sargeras, but it was a necessary tactic to secure the future of Azeroth. Let nothing stop you from doing what needs to be done.
It's just really weird that they're all breaking like this, and that I have to manually trigger it. And I had it working just the other day, and now I gotta do that one too. Let's see.
Hey!
There we go. Well, at least I still have the option to manually trigger it, even if it means I have to take a small moment to do it. And I don't mind doing that, because I love my redeems, and I'm really upset that they're having trouble. Dang, these heroic appearances are cool. Alright, Warlock. Tomb of Sargeras.
These fools bring the Tide Stone to us, just as our blessed queen foresaw. Slay the intruders, take back what is ours. Pound pummel their bones to dust.
Time to smash!
Quiet, you mindless oaf! Kill them!
How rude.
Time to smash! Urgent time! No fight! So good!
So the one we are going to place right now is called the Tide Stone of Golganeth, which was supposedly used to create the oceans and waterways of all of Azeroth. See, at this point in the lore, we were supposedly supposed to be convinced that the Titans were the ones that actually created Azeroth, when really they just found Azeroth, the planet, and started to shape it how they thought it should be. So it wasn't really they were pillars of creation, it's more along the lines of they were pillars of let's modify the terrain however we want, because, you know, we know better. Let's use a nice chaos bolt on this one, yeah?
The Tide Stone will be ours!
I don't suppose. Can I get the mount still on this difficulty? Oh, I can. Nice. Maybe I'll get the mount. Doubtful, but... Yep, no mount, but hey.
From this stone flowed rivers and seas, the very lifeblood of Azeroth. Today, it washes clean the darkness that scars our world.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. I mean, it will do that, but, like, maybe the Titans used it for that. The Titans are kind of assholes. They don't really care about any life on Azeroth. They care about other Titans, which Azeroth is housed inside of this planet and is not yet born yet. So the Titans' only interest is that Azeroth survives, and that means if they have to, they will eliminate all life on the planet if they detect that the world soul is not doing so good and there's corruption and yada yada, which almost happened once.
An age has passed since I last walked these halls. I did what needed to be done, though at great cost. Be on your guard. I doubt the spirits trapped here will be friendly or forgiving.
So what Illidan is talking about is last time he was here, he was chased by the Night Elf Wardens, who were here to basically arrest him and take him back to eternal confinement. And, well, while he was trying to claim the Eye of Sargeras here, he killed all of them and trapped a whole bunch more here to die slowly. And these three were probably the toughest of the ones that were left behind.
I claim first blood. I will dismiss these heretics. Goddess, we failed.
You are ever impetuous, Hesperian.
No, I should have won.
Yeah, Illidan is a good guy that does bad things to make sure his goals are achieved. Because, quite frankly, if he hadn't done those things, the Burning Legion would have taken our world over already. A couple times, in fact. But because of the methods that Illidan used, he was always seen as a bad guy. But now we kind of need him and his bad ideas again. Bad as in evil. Oh, a rare spawn. How rare. Raul the Fading. Oh, no loot. Lame. This is a soul demon, where they place a bunch of souls into the demon to empower it, and then it is unleashed upon the world.
We will reap your souls. Our fury of work must continue.
Very nice. And now we place the Tears of Elune.
These tears of perfect beauty embody the dream of what our world could be. Today, they purify your hearts for the battle to come.
I forgot to place the Hammer of Khaz'goroth, but that one's easy enough to place because it's back in the main room, so I'll have to do that before we are able to continue. I always would say that, like, it'd be really cool to see these places in-game restored to, you know, their prior function. In this case, being a temple to Elune. Because, dang, this place is cool. Yeah, pretty good haul so far. But yeah, this is where I should have placed the hammer.
This hammer forged ancient wonders and shaped the earth itself. Today, it shatters the bonds of fate that seek to crush us all. The pillars of creation are in place. Return to the cathedral, and I will reveal the ancient secret this temple holds.
The elves built this temple upon a site of ancient power. A vault, I believe, would safeguard the husk of my fallen foe. But his disciples' aid, the Dark Titan threatens to return to this world stronger than before.
We will put a stop to kill Jaden's plan, Egwin. This time, we will not fail.
Bold words, Khadgar. But victory requires more than courage alone. The armies of your alliance and horde had courage before facing slaughter on the broken shore. The deceiver will turn your fears and doubts against you.
Kill Jaden hounded my people across the stars, but we are done running. He will pay for his atrocities against our world and my son.
You're right, Illidan. Kill Jaden and the Legion have defeated each of us in the past. But if we stand together, Azeroth can yet be saved. I know it!
Yeah! Teamwork! I love being a Drakthir. The Maiden of Vigilance, a Titan construct that was, well, kind of corrupted by the Legion, if you couldn't tell.
You will not disturb the Master's work. My vigil ends. Let not the Dark One awaken.
Well, I can't save my game, but, caca. There it is, the fallen avatar.
Damnable mortals! You scurry through this tomb like vermin, dispatching my underlings and imagining yourselves the equals of the Legion. Heroes, champions, fools. The husk before you was once a vessel for the might of Sargeras. But this temple itself is our prize. The means by which we will reduce your world to cinders. Still, I will not deprive you of this chance to fall before an ancient wonder. Let this avatar be the end of you.
All right.
Chaos! Finish this! It ends. Still you fight us. Still you deny the inevitable. Your incessant resistance is mad.
Have your countless defeats taught you nothing, deceiver?
They're supposed to be down here.
The vision Sargeras showed you was a lie, Kil'jaeden. Surrender! Let it end!
Never! Our crusade will never yield! Savor your shallow victory. We will return, again and again, however long it takes, until at last we break you!
The portal is closing! We can seal the Legion's gateway and end this invasion!
No! No more running! No more hiding! I must finish this!
Velen! Stop! Sealing the portal buys us nothing, Archmage. Whether it takes a few years or millennia, the Legion will return. Over and over again, until too few of us remain to fight them. It is time to seize our fate. We must use the portal and follow the Deceiver into the abyss. It is the only way. I agree. It is the only way. Go, champions. We have precious little time to save Velen and return before the portal closes. Come. If we are to die in the Nether, we will take the Deceiver with us.
Sounds good to me. This was actually a pretty big moment in the Legion expansion, because we thought once the Tomb of Sargeras was done, it was it. Like, we knew there was going to be another patch, we just didn't know what was going to be happening. So now we are on the ship of Kil'jaeden, and it is traveling through the Twisting Nether right now, back to where the Legion goes, basically to lick its wounds. I love this spell cycle. It's so cool. And it's a good amount to have now that I have my green fire. Let's see. Do I do the whole fight or do I just end it immediately? I think I'll hurt him just enough to do the intro.
Shall be your last.
Let's see, I don't know if he says anything. Alright.
Obliteration.
Cutscene time.
Our fates are now one.
So right now,
Argus will be your tomb.
That's where the ship was going, was Argus.
At least we will have died fighting. Our war isn't over yet.
This is something Illidan stole at the beginning of the expansion.
Khadgar, take us home.
I was always envious of you. Your gift, your faith, your vision. I never believed that Sargeras could be stopped. Perhaps you will prove me wrong.
Everyone, get ready!
Is everyone all right?
So Illidan, he kind of went crazy, and he was like, hey, you know what would really force the hand of war? What if I brought Argus right to, you know, Azeroth?
What have you done?
Sometimes the hand of fate must be forced.
Man, I miss having Argus up in the sky like that. It was a thing near the end of the expansion where Argus was just there in the sky, and it was absolutely glorious. And right after you would get done with this raid, it would be right there. And it was hauntingly amazing. Alright, now let's go do Antorus the Burning Throne. Antorus is the literal throne of, well, not literal throne. Argus itself had a world soul, meaning that it too was a Titan. And Sargeras took that Titan and twisted it and mangled it. And they used that Titan soul to recuperate the demons over and over again. And that's why the Twisting Nether was able to regenerate all the demons that had died. Unless the demons were killed in a place of significant fell energies, which Kil'jaeden just was, because dying on the Legion homeworld is basically instant death for demons. Oh, that could be why I can't create a health stone. Yep, that was why. Alright. To Antorus and Argus. I hope when they do Legion Remix, which is an event they're going to be doing at the end of this expansion, I hope that when that happens, they allow you to get some sort of toy that will allow you to put Argus back up in the sky for a couple hours, because, as I said, having Argus up in the sky was just really cool. I also got some Postmaster stuff, so that means I missed some loot somewhere. to Argus. So the Vindicar is the ship that we're on. It's the ship that took us here, and it's a ship that you upgrade throughout the patch to have weapons and really cool armor and stuff like that. And that is the Zenidar. That is a ship that had been out here fighting the Burning Legion for hundreds of years in the Twisting Nether. And when we arrived, they came out of hiding and they immediately got shot down because of it. So, no good. But now we're going to Antor's. So this is Argus, the home world of the Draenei. And it was destroyed by Sargeras and the Burning Legion a long time ago when Sargeras came to the Triumvirate, which were Velen. Let's see, it was Velen, Archimonde, and Kil'jaeden. Those three led the Draenei through all of their trials and stuff like that. But when Sargeras showed up, Sargeras was like, "Hey, yeah, see, I have this army, and like I want y'all to join it, and there's this really cool thing that I can do for you, and that's give you lots of power. You will have lots of power, and you will be super strong, and you'll be my chosen army commanders, yada yada yada, and for that you'll be super prosperous and all that stuff." And Kil'jaeden and Archimonde were like, "Hell yeah, let's do this. Let's do this thing." And Velen was like, "Guys, hello. This guy is a psychopath. Are we really going to trust him with our people's futures?" And Archimonde and Kil'jaeden basically were like, "Yeah. Oh, and we're gonna kill you because you seem to be having doubts." And so they tried to kill him. And so Velen had to mount a expedition or an evacuation for his people to get out alive, basically. All right, let's see. Antor's Subordinate Throne. I don't have the mythic appearance, so I should put it on mythic difficulty. Let's do it.
We've breached the Light Forged. Secure this position.
This is Tyrillian, a man who has been lost in the Twisting Nether for a long time since that closing of the
fire we can,
portal on Draenor that I told you about.
Hold out long. You must disable their defenses.
We will not fail you, Prophet. Champions, we'll keep these winged beasts occupied while you clear a path.
This place is so cool. Also, the enemies you get to fight here are really cool. A bunch of Legion war machines and demons of all kinds. Demons we fought before, but they're still cool. This is the very heart of the Legion, so these aren't just any demons. These are the absolute top cream of the crop demons that are defending this place.
Contact. Deploying Arsenal.
We're gaining ground. Press the attack. Light Forged, fall back. Champions, bring that monstrosity down.
Yeah, sure, if you don't think your guys can handle it. Alright, nice Chaos Bolt to the face ought to deal with this guy.
Tyrillian, I've started my assault on the northern front. I'll keep their forces occupied so you can hit the priority targets.
Our forces are moving towards Legion High Command. Buy us all the time you can, Illyria.
Illyria Windrunner is the wife of Tyrillian, so. Ooh! I can probably sell those.
Incoming Legion ships! Take cover!
Alright, Mama. Ooh, that sounds really nice. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, I definitely want some. Love you too, mama. Alright, this is the boss where I can get the mount from, so let's see if
Sargeras has left us a few of his favorite pets to play with. Remove these abominations from the battlefield.
Another Chaos Bolt.
That's 2 demons down, but countless more await the attention of your blade.
Doesn't look like I got the mount this time. That's okay though. There's always next time. There was actually an event recently that would allow you to have a better chance of getting mounts like that, but I basically got all the mounts I wanted from that event. I was really surprised at how many I was able to get. Like, these are mounts that I've been going for like 15 years. And that's not even an exaggeration. Let me see, I'll show you some of them. I got Invincible's Reigns, which drops from the Lich King, which, hell yeah, that's fantastic. And I got, let's see. I got the Blazing Drake, Experiment 12B, and the Lifebinder's Handmaiden from Dragon Soul, which I got all those in one day. Fantastic. Which also allowed me to get the Emerald Drake, which comes from an achievement from Mounts, which is called Drake Collector. Shoot, what else did I get? There's so many I got. I already had the Ashes of Alar. This is one a lot of people were after. I already had the Astral Cloud Serpent. I already had the Azure Drake and the Blue Drake, so I had a lot of them, but Invincible was the main one. Now I gotta brag to my younger brother that I have Invincible's Reigns.
The generals commanding the Legion's forces. Before Sargeras took our world, these generals marshaled our armies and brought peace to Argus. They betrayed everything we stood for when they accepted his bargain. There can be no redemption, only retribution.
It's really funny that he says that because later on the Eridar were eventually welcomed back into Draenei society because not all who were left behind served the Legion. And those that did want to make amends because, like, now that they're not drunk with the Legion's power, they're sort of opening their eyes and they're like, oh shit, I was a total asshole. Here's where they plan Invasion of Worlds. And right now they have our world in their sights. That's so cool. Well, you know what they say, a Chaos Bolt a day.
This is one engagement you will not walk away from.
Nah, I won't walk away from it, but I sure as heck will run to the next boss.
The War Council has finally paid for their treachery. Without their leadership, the Legion will fall into chaos.
That's true. Demons have one thing in common. They are always trying to gain more power. And if they can do that through a power vacuum, more power to them in their eyes. Oh, hey, look at that. I didn't think that would kill me. But it also gave me a faster way out. So, win some, lose some.
Champions, there is a disturbance close to your location, the likes of which I haven't felt since the opening of the Dark Portal. If the Legion is using that hub to gather reinforcements, then it must be destroyed before we are overwhelmed.
Yep. Khadgar was there to seal the portal on the other side, back when he went out to Draenor.
Every world in our path has fallen. Yours is next.
Champions, I heard a familiar voice calling. So I fought my way inside this accursed place.
Champions, hear me. The Legion has breached my sanctuary, and my defenses will soon be overrun. Stand with me now, lest Sargeras claim his prize.
It's Aenar, the Life Binder. This portal leads to her sanctuary. Go! I'll stay here, cover your backs.
Aenar the Lifebinder is actually one of the Titans that helped craft Azeroth as it is. Her job is to basically control life and encourage it to grow. But one of the Titans doesn't necessarily agree with that. He's kind of a dick. Alright, so I may fail this boss a time or two because this boss encounter relies on me keeping Aenar alive and working really fast to make sure that all happens. So, yeah. Hopefully this all goes well. I will try my best to do it the way I know how. I have succeeded at it before, so I will again, surely. Let's do it.
Champions, the forces of the Legion seek to capture my essence for their infernal master.
Next.
The invaders are charging their weapons. Quickly, use these portals to board their vessel. Stop their attack.
Yep. Oh my gosh, get out of here.
Be gone, intruders. Back to your master.
Okay, so that should clear out all the enemies back out there. While I come in here and take care of these. Go. I gotta get over there to destroy that fill-infused destroyer as fast as possible.
Feel the potency of life. Fear its power.
There we go. Gotta get up there next.
Minions of darkness, you will know the might of a Titan. The invaders are charging their weapons.
Quickly! Use these portals to board their vessel. Stop their attack. Victory is nigh, champions. Dispatch their remaining forces. I will see to their vessel myself.
There we go.
The tormented cries of the Pantheon ring out from deep within the core of Argus. If Sargeras breaks them, as he did Agramar, no power in this universe will stop him. Release them, champions, or your struggle will be for naught.
It said I completed a set, but my add-on currently is broken, the ability to view those sets easily. So let's go ahead and see which one I did. Oh yeah, evokers don't have sets for here. Oh, we almost got all those, and that's a cool freaking set. I have enough of that set to actually use it, so that's at least really neat. Oh, there it was. It was the hunter set I completed, which doesn't look bad. It's just not what I would have hoped from this raid, to be honest. Alright, now that we got the hard boss out of the way, the rest is pretty clean cut.
Is this your world will fall?
Without their portals, the Legion is cut off from reinforcements. Now is the time to press our attack.
Yep.
Well done, champions. For the first time in millennia, a blow has been struck against the denizens of the Burning Throne. Yet this battle is far from over. A great
Alright. Now we're gonna go and link up with the Vindicar, and we're gonna head to another part of the Burning Throne. There it is. That's the Vindicar once you get it fully upgraded. Isn't it pretty?
The Legion's ranks are crumbling, but they still outnumber us. My forces will keep them engaged here.
You will not be fighting alone, Terralion. The demons will pay for every step with their blood.
Alrighty, so see you later tonight.
The other Titans. If we don't stop him, the Pantheon will be reborn in darkness. There's no time to waste.
Striking at the heart of the Legion is futile until we take out their war machines. Unchecked, they would soon overwhelm us.
Agreed. We must cripple those infernal engines of destruction. Champions, use this teleporter to board the Vindicar. On to our next target.
Yeah.
Beyond these blast doors lies the heart of the Legion's war machine. Eliminating this threat will cripple the demon's arsenal.
Halt!
This guy is basically a Legion mercenary.
You'll go no further, mortals. Think I'll keep a few of your parts as a trophy. I regret taking this field.
Alright, we got the helmet to the the Warlock set. Now we just need the cloak. Oh, but we already beat that boss, so we won't be getting cloak this time. Shame, but we do have most of the set. Okay, now I don't want to kill these guys outright, because I might need them close enough to get the loot from this boss, because this boss likes to glitch out. It always gives me the loot afterwards, but it's not as exciting. Alright. Darn. Yeah, see, I can't loot him. He's too far away.
The Legion is in its death throes. Time to put our boots to their throats. Return to the Vindicar and prepare to strike the killing blow.
Alright, now our job is to go and rescue the Titans before Sargeras can corrupt them into Dark Titans like him. At least we gotta use our mounts for this part. But now we're at the very core, the heart of Azeroth. Or Undead. Antorus.
The power behind the Legion's infinite arm.
So much agony here. So many voices, it's nearly overwhelming. I can feel ANR urging us forward.
At long last, the end is upon us. Press on, my friends.
So Magni is a Titan speaker. He can speak to world souls. And he's hearing the world soul of Argus right now. That's being tortured by Sargeras.
Witches! You call that torment? I've endured far worse!
I tire of that worm's babbling. Let me scorch the flesh from his miserable bones!
Ignore him, sister. Focus on your duty. These souls are nearly ready to join Agrimar in the Master's service.
Oh yes, Agamar has already been turned by Sargeras.
The souls of the Pantheon are free, but they endured so much suffering. Let me bide with them for a time. Offer a bit of comfort.
Remain here, Magni. The rest of us will go on.
So close now.
Oh nice, I got the pants for that set. Nice. Cool priest stat. So this demon that I'm about to fight is a dreadlord named Verimathras, who was once in service of Sylvanas, but not really.
Still endure.
He failed to bring Kil'jaeden into the world.
Than I expected, though she has already planted the seeds of its downfall. She is patient, that one. When your thrones run red with betrayal, when your holy places burn, and the shattered mask hangs above your hearth, Only then will you know. And it will be too late. It matters not. You are blind to the true darkness closing in around you.
Yep.
Come then. We will trade pain for pain.
So what he was basically talking about with Sylvanas' whole plan to basically kill everyone on Azeroth. It's a really boring story. I won't bother you with the story of Shadowlands, but she did not succeed, so.
This may be the one place in the universe sacred to the Legion. Demons would pluck out their eyes sooner than gaze upon it.
Who could ever imagine such a sacrifice?
Illidan's saying that because that's what he did. He sacrificed his eyes to see the Legion's plans, and, yeah. This is Agrimar, one of the Titans, or at least the avatar of him in his essence. Alright. Let's toast him.
You will burn! Tashalet, it may be too late to stop him.
You did it! Agrimar's essence is free. He can stand beside his brethren once more.
Our victories mean nothing. So long as Sargeras has the soul of Argus to fuel
That's
his
Argus right there.
infinite army, Azeroth remains in grave peril.
The Titans can sever that connection, but not here. They need to bring the soul of Argus to their place of power, the seat of the Pantheon.
The very cradle of creation.
Their final act will harness the last of Argus's power to imprison Sargeras once and for all. Heroes, I can signal the Titans to begin. Once they start their ritual, there's no turning back.
Yep. So they're gonna use Argus's power basically to seal Sargeras away.
Needs us, champion.
Here we go.
All right, everybody, hold on! Seeds of the Pantheon.
And here they are, Aman'Thul, Khaz'goroth, Agamar, all of them. Except for Sargeras, which is that empty seat.
Which you have stolen will be your undoing.
And this is Argus, the tortured Titan's soul.
Rise, my broken world. Mortals, the time has come to fight.
That's Aman'Thul. He's an
for the
asshole.
fate of your world.
Alright, so we have Golganeth, we have Khaz'goroth, Aenar, Aman'Thul, who's the leader, Agamar, and Norgannon. And they've... Let's see, this is before Magni's disillusionment, right? Yes, well before it. Magni wasn't disillusioned until this expansion here. Anyway, yeah, this is Argus, the Unmaker, Titan of Death. And now we gotta kill him. Alright, Silver, we're almost done anyway. This is our last boss.
Let the fury of the sea wash away this corruption. You have done well, mortals.
It is time.
We must gather our strength.
Oh yeah, he dead.
Return home, children of Azeroth.
Illidan, we've done all we can.
Every choice, every sacrifice has led me to this moment. To face him once again.
You
Good night, Silver. Hope you have a good evening.
are not coming with us.
The hunter is nothing without the hunt. Did you not see this fate, prophet?
Fate. Our survival was never in fate's hands. Light be with you, Illidan Stormwraith.
Yep, so this is where Illidan is right now. He's probably going to return either in the next expansion or the expansion after this one, to be honest.
Brother, your crusade is over.
This is Sargeras. Once a titan in charge of slaying the demons and imprisoning them within the Twisting Nether, he was corrupted and became what he sought to destroy. And that's what that red star in the sky is where the portal closed and Argus was sealed away from us forever. However, this war did not end without a battle scar. Yeah, that sword is in Silithus, and it's still there. And it caused a lot of shit in this expansion, too. Good stuff. There's also some additional story that we can do for Illidan, also, which we'll do before we wrap up the stream. The crystal calls to you, resonating with sorcerous magic. As you take hold of it, you hear the echo of a message left behind, a duty Illidan entrusted to you.
The moment that the way to Argus opened, the instant my gaze fell upon the Legion's homeworld, I knew I would not be returning from it. I will face my destiny, whatever it may hold. Yet, I have left certain matters unsettled. Old wounds that I would see mended. This crystal bears two messages. One is for my brother Malfurion, the other for Tyrande. I am trusting you to deliver them on my behalf, champion. When they have heard my words, leave the crystal atop Mount Hyjal, upon the shores of the Well of Eternity. You have witnessed echoes of my past, hero. I ask your help to put these final matters to rest.
We can do that for you, Illidan, buddy. No problem. Finding Malfurion and Tyrande is fairly easy. This response, however, I will say, is probably not what people were hoping for.
Looking for something specific?
A moment of your time, Warlock. The Council of the Black Harvest requests your assistance.
I'm busy. Gotta sell the junk.
See you later.
Alright. To Valshara. I have shown lots of you Valshara before, as it is a questing zone that I do pretty much any time I level. It is a very sad place, but a very pretty one. To Malfurion first.
The soul of our world is in agony.
A bit.
I must protect the wild.
Illidan requested that I bring this crystal to you.
May nature guide your path.
The crystal. It rings out with a familiar voice.
Malfurion is his brother, by the way.
Even in the womb, we grappled with one another. Struggle has followed us all our lives. The teachings of Cenarius were always your path. I felt another calling. It was power I sought, but not to conquer or rule. It was a means to an end. To save Azeroth from an unstoppable foe. You never trusted my intentions, though I suppose I did not make it easy for you. But now, as my fate becomes clear, I wish to quiet the strife that has long divided us. Even when the Legion is gone, new threats will arise. There is no one I trust to face them, more than you, brother. You have spent a lifetime fighting for the dream of what Azeroth could be. Now you must fight for what it is. Take care of Tyrande. Listen to her counsel. She was always the best of us.
Yeah.
The road ahead will be long. Whatever comes, bring honor to the name Stormrage.
My brother made selfish choices, caused pain to so many. His transgressions are difficult to forgive. And yet, there were times when we fought for a common cause, a shared purpose. Those were good days. And now is not the time to ponder personal regrets. We must see to healing the world, champion.
Yep. Alright, so that was Malfurion's response. It's gonna force me into ads here in a moment. So we're gonna take the long way to Tyrande, and I'm gonna throw on the ads. And then by the time we get there, it should be over.
Ishnu Allah. Goddess, watch over you.
In my lifetime.
Alright, just another 20 seconds and the ads will be over, and we'll go ahead and place the crystal for Tyrande. Alright, ads should be over.
I speak for my
We must continue to stand together, Rulacardis. We must not let the dark times divide us. Illidan requested that I bring this crystal to you.
Heed the voice of Elun. I sense a sorcerer's touch upon this crystal.
Tyrande, long ago, you trusted me enough to defy Malfurion's wishes and free me from my prison. But over time, that faith was lost. And like my brother, you came to believe that the choices I made had driven me to darkness. Know that every path I took led toward a single purpose: saving our world. I could abide no half measures, no compromise. At those times when I faced doubt, I held true to one constant, one anchor. You. You have always embodied the best of Azeroth, Tyrande. Your faith, your devotion. Through the darkest times, my belief in you never wavered. My fate, my duty, are now clear to me. I leave Azeroth's defense to you, and to my brother. Take care of him, Tyrande. Though at times I wished your heart had made a different choice. In the end, I know it made the right one.
Contrite words. Yet I must wonder whether he truly meant them. After Illidan faced...
Oh, he did it after Illidan faced defeat at the top of the Black Temple. I tried to forget
when I
my
learned
feelings,
that he was alive,
my distrust and bitterness.
leading the fight against the Legion on the Broken Shore, I could not bring myself to speak to him. The time for talk has passed. Seems he has a duty to fulfill. As do we. Let us be about it, champion.
Yep, and that's her whole response to it. Little harsh, considering he just saved the whole world. Alright, now we need to go to the top of Mount Hyjal, which should be easy enough. Oh, whenever I created Dracthyr, I leave their home as the place where they start out. That way when I hearth back, it always feels like I'm going home. The place where I normally place it is not here. Is there a reason for that? I can see this stuff going on, but... maybe I just don't see the spot? Could be a bench around here somewhere. there a dormy here? I would have thought they would have phased this out better. I guess not. Oh well, that's a shame. We can end it here though. If you want to see what that ending is like, you'll have to look it up on YouTube, which there's plenty of videos for it. It's actually pretty nice. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and read on out to everyone, or just someone. Thank you all for coming. I appreciate you so much. You are fantastic for being here. Now let's go ahead and see who we can read on out to, and I will see you all tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST, where we should be starting. I still need to decide between Undertale and Deltarune, but we're gonna raid on up to Keldon. They're a good friend of mine, so give them a bird up for me, and until tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST, I've been Rika Bird, and hope y'all have had a wonderful flight. Thank you all.